How many different parts of your life are included in your vision? One of my favorite ones is going to be the focus of today's show. Hey, Steve Gamlin here. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Vision Board Guy podcast. Now, when it comes to vision, the way I teach it in the Vision Board Mastery Program and my coaching programs is using a very simple tool called a life wheel. And there are 8 different spokes to the wheel. And these are all the different areas of your life the way that I teach it. Your physical health, your emotional well-being, your relationships, your core values that guide everything you do, your faith and spirituality, your connection to people in a real way. That's a big one. And also your career and your money. So today I want to focus on kindness, which actually taps into several of the spokes on this wheel. It has to do with your core values, your faith, your connection to people, and if you do it right, your emotional well-being, because kindness can bring you so much joy. And one of the simplest things you can do, see, a lot of people say, well, I'm going to be kind someday when I'm retired and have more time. When I have more money, I'll be kind. You can be kind today. There are so many simple and absolutely 100% free ways to impact someone's day in a positive way. And with every single interaction, you have the opportunity to leave a situation better than you found it. It's like leaving a little plus sign floating around behind you all day. One of my biggest goals, and I say this often, is to leave a trail of plus signs wherever I go. Now, that includes every time I'm here in the recording studio, too. Whenever I create one of these podcast episodes, I'm doing my best to leave a plus sign trailing behind me somewhere, and it lands in your ears and in your brain, in your heart and your soul, and maybe even your gut, if it gets you to take an action in a positive direction, giving you the opportunity to leave a plus sign behind you, which is one of the kindest things you can do. So very recently, I was running some errands, and my wife, Tina, needed something over at Whole Foods, which is just a couple of towns away. As I left the store, I got to the very far end of the parking lot, which is where my exit was, and I saw one of the Whole Foods carriages abandoned out there. Somebody had gone the whole length of the parking lot and just, for whatever reason, didn't bring it back. That's okay. I don't get mad at those people. Because here's what happened. It gave me an opportunity to do something pretty interesting and actually really fun. I felt like I was getting away with something. It was almost like I could hear the Mission Impossible theme playing in my head. Now, one of my favorite acts of kindness is something I call shopping cart rodeo. It costs you nothing, and it's just a matter of finding an abandoned cart, bringing it back to the corral or the store, or if I see somebody putting the very last bag into the car, I'll ask, "Excuse me, would you like me to return that carriage for you?" Nobody has ever said no. They always have a big old smile, and we wish each other a great day. Plus sign, right? Good. So I'm all the way at the far end of the parking lot, and I see this carriage abandoned there. And I just start to smile. I go, I got time to play around a shopping cart rodeo. So I took a picture of the cart, because I always love to just share examples of how people can do an act of kindness. Took a picture of the cart, took a picture of just how far away the store was. Like, without my glasses, I couldn't even read the sign on the store. It was pretty far. And I opened up the rear hatch of my car, and I put the shopping cart in it, and I drove it back. And I parked just outside the store, right where it says no parking. Now, I get it. That's not necessarily a plus sign right there. That's a little minus sign. But there were no parking spots in that first section. And I knew I was going to be there maybe 10 seconds. So I pulled into that just as an employee came out of the store and was looking at me kind of a little funny, maybe a little annoyed. I don't know. I couldn't tell. That I was parked right there on the sign that says no parking. And I said, "Hey, I've got a gift for you." And she looked at me funny, and I opened up the hatch and pulled out the carriage. I said, "I've got a delivery from way over there." And I pointed to the far end of the parking lot. Instant plus sign, instant impact. She was cracking up, and she said, "Wow, thank you so much." And she took the cart and she brought it back inside the store. Plus sign. Simple kindness. What did it cost me? I don't know, a minute or two of my life to do all this. I think I spent more time taking the pictures than I actually did doing the act of kindness so that I could share it on social media as an idea for other people to do. And why do I do things like this? Because my vision for my life isn't just all about money, isn't all about stuff, material wealth. A big part of it is the emotions I want to feel on an everyday basis, the connections I love to make with people, my core values, which encourage me to leave any situation better than I find it, and it's also kindness is in alignment with my faith. So there's 4 areas of my life in that moment that got positively impacted by playing shopping cart rodeo. So when your vision includes kindness, look for the opportunities. They are out there, and they might just make your day. And they're going to make for great memories, too, because I am going to remember that one forever. Matter of fact, I even took a picture of the carriage and sent it to the Whole Foods admins on their Facebook page, and I hope they got a kick out of it, too. So how could you take action today to get closer to your vision for any one part of your life? And if one of your goals is kindness, there's an idea. You can play shopping cart rodeo. I've got people who've reached out to me saying, Steve, whenever my kids and I go to the store, as we're driving in, we look for a carriage that's been left out, and the kids and I walk to the carriage and bring it back to the store. And I think that is an awesome teaching lesson. So I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed delivering it to you. I've been smiling here in the studio the whole time. And I promise I'll catch you again very soon for a brand new episode of the Vision Board Guy podcast. If you'd like to come hang with some really cool, positive people, the Build a Life You Love with Vision Boards community is waiting for you. You can find us at visionboard.group. And of course, you can always find our free resource, Visualize in 5 simple tips to help you to understand how visualization can be a bigger part of your life by going to visionboardspecial.com. Steve Gamlin here. I'll catch you again very soon. Be well.